Immerse yourself in the profound insights offered by Father Chuck Belmonte as he delves into daily reflections on various gospel passages from the Bible.
May 1st, Wednesday. The Marian principle of the Church. Jesus, the Son who came into the world, manifests the Father and offers humanity his gift of salvation. But there must be at least one creature who, representing humanity, accepts this gift with faith and availability so that the Father's gift can take effect. Mary, in her yes to the incarnation and death of her Son, is this creature. In her yes, Mary is the beginning of the Church, that is to say, the Church's beginning and her model. Mary is so as a woman by virtue of the fact that only a woman can receive, bear, and give birth to a child. Therefore, in Mary, the prophecy of Genesis is fulfilled. Mary is the new Eve as collaborator and helper of the new Adam, Christ, and as mother of all human beings. That is, she is the mother of all those who are born again of water and the Spirit. Likewise, as the first believer, Mary is the prototype of the believer, in the sense that by observing her experience of faith, we can recognize the basic form of the Christian believer. At a time, the Second Vatican Council, when the Church was gradually becoming conscious of her own mystery, the Marian principle was proposed as a counterbalance the Petrine principle, the tendency to identify the Church with the hierarchy, which actually is a part of her. The Marian principle and the Petrine principle are coextensive, which means that one cannot exist without the other. But also there is a certain preeminence of the Marian principle, because without Mary's yes, Peter would not have been able to pronounce his own yes. In the turbulent post-conciliar years, when the feminist movement was also beginning to demand the possibility of women's access to the ministerial priesthood, this ecclesiology principle seemed to offer the most appropriate solution to the problem, because, on the one hand, it recognizes an incomparable spiritual primacy for women, precisely by virtue of Mary's divine maternity, and, on the other hand, the institutional male primacy is protected by the analogy and symbolism of the sexes. If Christ is the bridegroom, his institutional representative can only be male. In his 1988 encyclical letter, Mulieris Dignitatem, John Paul II clearly based his own reflection on this symbolic ecclesiology, which allowed him to enhance the feminine genius to the maximum, stimulating the incorporation and participation of women at all levels of the Church and society, without prejudice to the maternal prerogative, which is proper to her, and to the male exclusivity with regard to the ordained ministry. Mary's faith experience can be described by three characteristics: following Jesus as one follows a trail to reach the destiny, discerning the message. She kept all things in her heart, meditating on them, accompanying, completely dedicated to accompany Jesus so that he might accomplish what the angel had foretold, Luke 1:30-33, but without coming between him and his Father.
I would be delighted to extend an invitation to you once again tomorrow for another insightful reflection on the Gospel by Father Belmonte.